Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This shot is a couple days after Super Typhoon Odette hit the Visayas, the central area of the Philippines. Did major damage, and I'm going to go over just a few things. I haven't had internet for this going on 8 days. Got a little bit of cell data, but it's very unreliable, even at this point in time. Anything I say and observe, make comments about, I'm not complaining. I'm just observing and making comments. I am very fortunate, very fortunate. I planned a little bit ahead, and that's the new third bridge in South Road Properties. They took one crane down a couple weeks ago, and so that didn't fall. I did not see any cranes. Did major devastation across the central portions of Visayas, primarily northern Mindanao, even into Luzon a bit. Anyway, going to let you in on a little what happened that night. 7 o'clock Thursday night. Winds have been picking up over the last hour or so. Got a brownout down here. Below us, we've got a generator in our condo. I've seen a number of blue-green flashes, which means transformers are blowing. One on the other side of our building over by Crown Regency blew a little while ago. All the lights went out in Club Ultima and Crown Regency, the towers over there, momentarily. Then their generator kicked in, the lights came back on. But the wind is picking up pretty good at 7 o'clock. Now they're saying landfall over here in this area 11 to 12 o'clock, and it's already getting quite nasty out here. This was the door. This is my balcony door, windows going out to my balcony. Felt like 2.5 hours of earthquake. The building was, I'll show you just a second. The lights were swaying, the building was swaying. Felt like an earthquake. Anyway, that door, I was surprised that it didn't come in, but it held up. And there's because it's not wind, it's because the building itself is being blown and rocked a little bit. I've got friends that live several floors above me. Of course, they experienced it even greater than that. Got a couple plants hanging as well, and the noise enough was terrifying. That's one of my plants. And we had a number of things come crashing, debris flying in the air, hitting our balcony area. Outside of our condominium door, had water pouring out of the ceiling, or dripping rapidly out of the ceiling. I put a pail out there to try to catch a little bit of it, mopped up. This floor and other floors, certain neighbors also had water. My neighbor is gone there, been gone for over a week, and the water is just pouring. I presume it's coming in through her windows that are probably closed, because we had a lot of water coming in under our balcony door as well. And anyway, these people, about 40 people, had left the condominium floors, went downstairs to the lobby because they felt they were afraid with the building moving. And they were from the floor below us, but they could not. The door to the stairwell was closed with no handle on the other side. They could not get into their floor for several hours. Bathroom fan howling. 10:30 Thursday night. Most of the city is blacked out. Must have some generator or battery backup. The wind is down. I don't know if we're in the eye of the storm or what the situation is. There's no internet for a couple of hours here since about 8 o'clock, and it's 10:30 now. So there's still pretty good wind, but much less than we had before. The rain is still a little bit of rain, so it might be in the eye. It might be getting ready for the backside of this Typhoon Odette. So apparently we were in the eye, because the wind is coming up really fast again. Just 10-15 minutes later, and so the second half's yet to come here, starting at about 15 minutes to 11 o'clock at night. Eleven thirty p.m. Thursday night, and we've got, looks like the backside of the typhoon is not nearly as strong as the front side, fortunately. But much of the electricity is out. Very dark city, Cebu City. Still got a good wind, but not nearly as strong as what it was. Flashlights go in different places, people trying to do what they can to survive, I guess. A little after midnight Thursday, Friday morning actually, it would be after midnight, and got a little bit of rain. Still got a fair amount of wind, but nothing like it was during the fierce part of the storm. I think we went through what was probably felt like the things really quieted down for a little while, like the eye of the storm. I don't know if the track will actually show that, but anyway, quieted down, and then I don't know, 15-20 minutes later things started picking up again, but they never picked up like the first very, very strong winds. I was concerned that our windows or patio door, balcony door might even cave in. It was really shaking hard. Anyway, I think it's time to call it a night here. Still here. Can't really see. It looks like the street down there is littered with a number of things. I presume a lot of corrugated metal off the roofs of buildings. A number of there are a few flashlights going here and there, people trying to find belongings or do what damage control they can, perhaps. Is one of the very, very few vehicles attempting to travel during this time. You can see how the wind and rain forces are, and this was early morning. We were so fortunate that the rain stopped, the winds went down. The winds went down enough so that they could be out attempting to clean up, and various people and communities were, of course, trying to recover whatever they could. Another side street, walls out in the street. Some of the streets were impassable for quite a number of hours. Well, people, usually residents from the area, attempted to clean up what they, at least get it off the road. I was very surprised that there wasn't much more damage. I expected much more damage than what I saw. There's don't get me wrong. There's plenty of damage, not just here, but across much of the central Philippines, the Visayas, Mindanao, northern Mindanao, Surigao, big surfing beach area, northeastern Mindanao pretty much got wiped out. Other places got wiped out. I met a couple people from the west side, even on the west side of Cebu Island. I thought the mountain would block a lot of the winds and damages, but they said they had some major. One guy said he lost the roof to his house, much of his chicken farm, and a lot of damage across over there. A lady from Toledo, and they came over here to get money out of ATMs. They drove the 50 kilometers or whatever it was across the mountains because the ATMs, electric was out, the ATMs were not working in Bareilles and in Toledo apparently. One lady was came over to a bank ATM. In fact, I stood in line for 2.5 hours waiting for them to fix an ATM so that we could take money out. But her boyfriend or husband from Sweden was sending her money. And the other guys, they were just coming. And here's some of the damage. Some of the damage right below me. I believe that after one big fire a while back, they put people in that building. The big tower at SM Seaside Mall, that should be all white up to that top black area. And it had many tiles ripped off of there. A little bit closer look. So the Force, Dew Foam, furniture and foam company blew all their big windows out. This is a culinary institute, I think, not far from me. This was, I think, a fish farm, just not very far from me. Looking down, there again, somebody's house. The whole roof is ripped off there. I've heard a number of data on the number of deaths. I think it's right around 400 that they are sure of. There's many missing as well. Hopefully that number will not increase very much at all. Anyway, there are places you can donate. You can find those places on various sites. I don't have the information. Anyway, I've got many other videos as well as I went out walking. So anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.